One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Youngblood. Going for a big play right off the bat. Holds it in on the left. Finds some room. Touchdown Buckeyes. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Bunch formation for these receivers. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Finds a little space. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show, or listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
The Hoosiers racing to the line in a hurry up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle.
Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first
you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Youngblood. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Ohio State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, you got to get a stop. Got to stop the blue.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's his 2nd big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sampson. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He wants to change this route. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, it's Youngblood. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Buckeyes will try to convert on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to sling it on second down. Quick completion on the out route. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Looking down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Here's the pressure. Another incompletion on third down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. It looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Base 27 jump.
Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to pass. It's Youngblood. Got the quick pass. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And this one splits the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Okay, ready? Down 55 feet, longer.
They'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about this defense? Taking one back to the house.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll snap it from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Orji. There he goes. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. And the Hoosiers heading quickly to the line. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. To the air on 1st down. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The Hoosiers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw again. Gets it out fast. Hauled down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finding open areas. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion from the back. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The sure hands, it's Maddox. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Hoosiers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on 1st down. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Makes the grab on the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
1st and goal, Indiana.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
He's looking to throw. Here's a heat. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Youngblood. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And that is no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Fielded in the end zone. It's Boyd. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Back to throw, it's Youngblood. Trying to set up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gonna look downfield again. He's going for it all. Pulls it in down the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
29 on the play.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Pressure coming, and he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change.
It's a seam wide open, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's at the 50. At the 30. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
How about the job by this field goal block unit? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. And up from the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. At midfield, he's got room. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the...
Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Ohio is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair filled with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 25 to Eastern Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Going right to work up top. Caught behind the line. It's Orji. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Complete to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Orchie. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Motion from the wideout. Keep it on the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Youngblood. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Military stun. Hey, drop. Hey, flip.
They'll go to the toss. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
The run from the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Making side adjustments here. Going to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This guy's going after a day sort of like the one Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93, already well on his way.
And Joey Galloway had that bayou speed, that Freaky Friday speed, and he's got it too. I mean, just such a dynamic weapon on the outside. It's a good idea to find him and throw him the football early, in the middle, and late.
Gives it on the option. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Balls at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be
touchdown Buckeyes! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do it.
Breaks into the open. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Complete to the wideout. Taken down at the... That's a first down for the offense.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. Turning it on. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And first down for the offense.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing